Hello everyone, this is Admiral Playerovsky bringing you Atlantic Fleet Single Battle. Now, I've been thinking about what I'm going to have for this one, and actually the aircraft carrier on the starting page was rather fitting, because I am going to have a custom battle with some carriers today on the Allied side. Well, let's just see which carriers I will want. There are several options I can have. I can have the Illustrious, I can have the Courageous, I can have these, the escort carriers, Bogue. Yeah, I think now I am going to have the Courageous class. So we'll have all the Courageous class carriers. So Courageous, Glorious and Furious. And on the German side we will have the Bismarck. I'm debating having Bismarck and Tirpitz. No, I think Bismarck on its own will be sufficient. Who to give the initiative to? It's interesting because on the one hand, it would be the air crews that would. Yeah, actually, I'll give it to the air crews. Actually, we'll keep all of this as it is. Then we'll have the Allies. Well, let's just get into it, really. So. Oh crikey, we're really close as well. Right, what are we going to do? We're going to hard to starboard. Now I don't think, well, it's going to be difficult to get the, which one's going to be better, bomb bomber or torpedo bomber? I'm not sure. We've got bomb bombers, depth charge bomber. Right, so we've got torpedo, bomb, or depth charges. Obviously, we're not going to use depth charges. Do we have any others? Fighter. Any others? No, it's just these. Right, so it's quite an. I don't know which one to choose. Let's try torpedo bombers. Yeah, actually, yeah. I'm gonna have. Hang on, how are the ships positioned? Oh, they're all heading this way. Right, so what you're going to turn to port, and you're going to prepare. What are you going to prepare? It's a tough call, really, isn't it? Each aircraft has its own advantages and disadvantages. You'll prepare bomb bombers then. Yes. And what are you going to prepare? I'm not really too sure. Well, first we need to decide which way are we going to move. You can move to starboard then, because if they're going to be targeting one carrier, they're not going to be, you know. It's too big of a gap. Say if they'll be going for the Courageous, I think. Is this Courageous? Yeah. Say if they'll be going for the Courageous, then they're not going to overshoot so badly as to hit the Glorious. But if they're also aiming for the Glorious, they're not going to shoot so under that they'll hit the Courageous. And this one's the Furious is turning away, so I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. Do you know what? Let's do torpedo bombers here as well. Yeah, let's have the torpedo bombers now then. Here we go. Are they going to hit? Oh, yeah, that is really close. That is close, but we shall continue the starboard turn. And now we'll launch those aircraft. Go. See? Look at that aircraft. Look at those planes going off. And you're going to continue your port turn. Yeah, let's launch these aircraft as well. There we go. And you continue your turn as well. There we go. And yeah, I don't know why, but I really like just watching the aircraft being launched like this. Like, I think the animation is really nice. There we go. No. That was really close. That was really close again, but still slightly short. Continue the starboard turn. But now we have 8 torpedo bombers. Right, so the Bismarck is moving pretty quickly, 26.7 knots. Where are we going to put this? This is important. This is important. If we mess this up, we will have, lost an airstrike. And we, even though we've got aircraft carriers, you have to realistically sink the ship within the first 8 because, well, if you have to recover your aircraft, prepare them and launch them again, that's 3 turns that they get to basically attempt to annihilate you. I think we'll go about here maybe. Let's go about here. Point it like this and launch. Here we go. 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 Oh, that's really close. Right, I hope that'll hit them. Right, so the Furious can continue its port turn, and we will use the bomb bombers on the Bismarck, obviously. Now, I could go in from... Oh my goodness, the wind is really in our favour. Now, I could go from the back or I could go from the front. Which one will be more beneficial? I think I'll go in from the front, and the reason for that is if they decide to turn, we have a chance of damaging the turrets here, the front turrets. If we damage the front turrets, then that'll mean that if they try and turn, they'll only be able to fire at us with just, well, if we knock both out, they won't be able to fire with any of them. Here we go. Dive. And go. Here we go. Oh, lovely bombing run. And now we have the Glorious. So the Glorious continues its starboard turn. And yeah, same as before. Oh wow, what have we done? Holy moly. Propulsion heavily damaged. Main spotter and forward spotter are gone completely. Main radar and forward radar gone completely. Port secondaries heavily damaged. AAA slightly damaged. Oh my gosh. Oh, hang on. That means that torpedo won't reach them, will it? Oh, not good, not good. That is not good. And for that reason, yeah, we're going to have to change our thinking here with this airstrike, because if they've lost well, they've not lost propulsion per se, but if it's damaged, then that means I'm going to have to lead much less. In fact, just to keep things super safe, I'm going to launch it right there, so that way it definitely hits. Yeah, let's just go maybe about here. Yeah, let's go. Let's launch like that. Alright, opening up with the anti-aircraft fire. Go. Right. Good, so that's 2 torpedoes. I'd like both of them to hit. Obviously that may not necessarily happen. Oh, hello. Here we go. Ooh, long this time, but nice. 2 torpedo hits. How is she doing as a result? Oh, not much as it turns out. Listing. Oh yes. Oh, that is that is quite a list. Yeah, we've got a list to port. Right, so let's turn away with the Courageous. Continue turning away, because realistically, the only good weapon these ships have are the aircraft. I mean, it is kind of in the name, aircraft carrier. Like, it's kind of implied that they're not going to be sporting massive guns. They've traded their guns for aircraft. So let's have it at around here, maybe. They are picking up, but yeah, I think this is good enough. Here we go. Go. It really is. You really do need to have nerves of steel here, because the risk that you run here is that if you... I'm trying to think what's the best way to explain this. If you launch your aircraft, as you launch your aircraft and you get closer to the ship, the anti-aircraft fire becomes more intensive. And obviously, as it becomes more intensive, you're at more risk of potentially getting shot down. And so, if you want your bombs to, well, or torpedo to get there, you need to drop it. I'm sorry, I tried to explain what I was doing and do an airstrike at the same time, and I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't multitask like that. I'll try again. I'll try and explain what's happening as it's happening. Maybe that'll work a bit better. So we've got another 2 torpedoes potentially hitting the ship. We'll go maybe about here, actually. Yeah, let's go here. So, launch the aircraft. Now, drop it too late and the torpedo runs out of steam. But the closer you get, the heavier the anti-aircraft barrage. So it's really timing it just to make sure that you don't get shot down, but also your torpedo hits. Right, here we go. So this will be another 2 torpedo hits, I think. Oh. Ah! Ooh, that was close. That was close. So that's another 2 torpedoes. 4 torpedoes the Bismarck has eaten up. Let's just check how she's doing. Right, so starboard secondaries are also damaged now. But the list hasn't got any worse, I don't think. I mean, she's lower in the water, I guess. Alright, so the list hasn't got any worse, but much lower in the water now. Very well. In that case, I will have the Courageous turn again. Yeah, because I think it'll be easier doing it that. Yeah. Now we're getting further away, so we're presenting a smaller target now, which means it'll be easier to, dodge. It'll be harder for them to hit because it's a smaller target. Now, for those of you who are wondering why I'm only targeting one side of the ship, there is a very, very good reason for that. It's a tactical decision by me. In World War II, the Japanese built the Yamato and Musashi, the biggest battleships ever built, and during the sinking of the Musashi, the Americans attacked it from both sides, and what they found was that hitting the ship on both sides effectively meant they were sort of counter-flooding it naturally, which meant that, it would stay afloat for much longer. So when the Americans attacked the Yamato, they only attacked from one side, obviously to make sure that doesn't happen. And that's what I'm doing here. I've taken a lesson from real life and applying it in a game. I would much rather do it that way than the other way round. Oh, great shot. Superstructure is very badly damaged. 0. Oh, here we go. Pumps are damaged. That's really good. If the pumps are damaged, that means Bismarck isn't long for this world. Let's see, where is the Bismarck? Bismarck is over here, and for that reason we will continue the starboard turn. Let's go to starboard 30. And now we're going to launch another 2 torpedoes at it. There'll be 6 torpedoes that it will have eaten up before sinking. At 0 knots we have to make sure we hit the ship, so we're going to target round about here. Alright, still some anti-aircraft fire. And launch. Really does test your nerves, because the closer you get, the more certain that your torpedo hits, but also it's the more certain that you get shot down. So it's really difficult. It's a very difficult call. Oh no, it clipped it! Oh no. But it was well worth it in the end. There she goes. Bismarck is sinking. Yeah, I mean, once you knock out the pumps, it's really quite straightforward, because they can no longer control the water that's going in. They can't pump it out. They can't prevent the ship from listing either. We'll stick around for a little while to see how it'll sink. If it's too slow sinking, we'll skip ahead. Yeah, she's listing over to port, which is what was happening before. I pointed the port list out pretty early on. Now, do we hang around and wait, or do we carry on? I'll zoom out and we can do the action report with the Bismarck sinking in the background. So that's done. So, action report on the Allied side. The aircraft carrier Courageous received light damage from that seemingly serious shell hit. The aircraft carrier Furious received no damage at all, and the aircraft carrier Glorious also received no damage. And on the Axis side, the battleship Bismarck was sunk for 41,700 tons. A score of 41,700. Again, I say this every time, but I genuinely have no idea what this score is about. If you know what the score's about, drop me a comment below, because I would like to know. And there we have it. So that's all for this episode. In the next episode, obviously we're going to have a crack at it from the other perspective. We'll be taking the Bismarck against the 3 carriers. But that's all for now. If you enjoy the content I put out, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Tick the bell for notifications to make sure you don't miss any of my videos when I upload them. And that's it. That's all from Admiral Playerovsky. Bye bye.